back for another book review. Today, we're talking about this one. This is Sun Signs in the Plain and Simple series, the only book you'll ever need. This is by Sasha Fenton and Jonathan D. So once again, the title is what it is. So this goes over a variety of topics for each of the signs. You got a huge long list. I'll read it out to you. So each one, it includes the element. It did repeat that, so to be honest, you could skim it after a certain point. Like, every single fire sign was basically the same. And also for if it's the quality, so fixed, mutable, or what was the other? Cardinal? I should know that. I think I'm a cardinal. But those are also pretty much the same once you hit the other ones. But those, you know, if you're just reading to yours, obviously read it. But then it also talks about your planet symbol, your appearance, your body parts associated to your zodiac, strengths and weaknesses, your supposedly favorite foods, style, careers, friends, romantic relationships with the other signs. It's like your compatibility, basically. And then money, gifts, like what you would like to receive, ideal house, car, drink, night out, preferred activities, money and luck, and your karmic lesson. For an astrology book, it's pretty good. Like, it isn't too overwhelming. Some of these I get and I'm like, oh my god, they're huge, they're overwhelming. This just gets to the point. That said, is astrology always accurate? No. I was pleasantly surprised with this one, not gonna lie. For mine, it was like, when you get to the section for like your compatibility with the other signs for relationships, it's like, by all accounts, because I'm a crab and my husband's a Leo, and so it's like, by all accounts, these two should not get along, and yet oddly, they're perfect. And I'm like, yes we are, thank you. Because most of the time the books will be like, oh my god, you two are polar opposites, the audacity. And it's like, no, we're fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, at all. We're perfectly fine. So yeah, it definitely was, like, it was refreshing to see that, but a lot of the other bits, it's like, no. And some of them, it is gonna take years to find out certain things. Like, when I get to like Sagittarius, I think about my niece who's a Sagittarius, and I'm like, literally none of this applies at all. And her sister who is a Capricorn, I'm like, I mean, kinda ish, but like, eh. And then again, my husband never fits Leo really ever, because like, he's supposed to, like, Leos are supposed to be all luxury, and I'm like, have you met Leos? Like, none of the Leos I have known in my life ever are hardcore wanting luxury items. There's plenty of other signs, absolutely, but not Leos. Like, they like nice stuff, but not luxury. It's just like, maybe instead of a thrift store find or like a Walmart find, you might actually go to like a furniture store and get something. You know, they don't need to go to the luxury brands that are like ridiculously stupid expensive just to be ridiculously stupid expensive. Not about that. Like, and you know, they have to have fancy taste, and it's like, no, not true. Like, pretty much next to nothing in the Leo section applied to my husband. And even for me, some of it was like, you know, like, it's not always correct. And like, even comparing for like my parents, I'm like, the only thing it called was that those two potentially would not get along, and I'm like, wow, yep, they did in fact get divorced. So yeah, that was accurate. So pretty much like any other of the astrology books, it's hit or miss. Like, it's just, I think you have to go into astrology with it's for fun. Like, if you go into it like, oh, like this is exciting or whatever, cool beans, you'll probably be entertained at the very least. And if you're going into it hoping to be told the secrets of your life, should maybe go touch some grass and have therapy a little bit before then, because again, like my husband, he never fits, ever. I think there was one book that I was like, whoa, you called it, and that is a rarity. And so I don't know, I think it's, you just gotta remember it's for fun mostly. And a little part of me is bummed anytime we look at this, it only talks about it because of the sign you're born under. And we never really get to just talk about like working with the zodiac. It's just like all year round. Like right now, I think we're into Libra now. So like we never get to hear about how to utilize this energy very much, which I was kind of hoping for, because in this series when we did the Chinese astrology, it did talk about that. It had the section of like, if you're like me, I'm a rat, and us rats in whatever the F year we're in right now, I really wish I could tell you. And the sad thing is I looked it up too, and I still don't remember. But whatever. I think recently we had dragons, so whatever. What was my lesson in as a rat in a dragon year? And why don't we have this for the other signs? Like, how does a Leo interact in a Libra season? Like, we never talk about that, you know? So I wish we had better astrology books that aren't just like, oh my god, it's a personality quiz. Like, actually to be able to utilize the energy. But I'm finding that's gonna be like a diamond in the rough, you know? It's just, they're gonna be so lost in all of the other rubble of books. So maybe one day. If you are a beginner to astrology, you'll probably appreciate this. It does go over a lot of things. Just again, remember, a lot of this is mostly just a personality quiz that's like, here's your results because you were born on this day. And that's it. And it might apply very accurately. And then no, because like, again, sometimes it's gonna really hit and sometimes not. Like, I have 2 cousins born on the same day a few years apart, and they are like polar opposites in so many ways, and neither of them really fit completely. One fits a little bit more for their sign than the other, but again, literally the same day. So like, just a different year, but if you go by this, they would be the same. And again, it's a fun personality thing, but just remember, it's not always going to be super accurate. I would love to know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. A huge thank you to my patrons. If you'd like to support me, get access to exclusive content, it's patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day, and until next time, blessed be.